Welcome to Etcantiques video about rare antique dolls, available while they last.
In this case, we have little German bisque babies on the top shelf, and the second, mostly little babies and little girls, and some white stiff teddy bears. The next shelf, we have two great chinas, and a really nice composition Cupid, and a Shirley Temple is great. And then the bottom shelf are big, tall bisque dolls and a composition doll with swivel neck, and throughout the case are white stiff teddy bears. And standing on the cabinet here, there are three tall bisque dolls that wouldn't fit in any of our cabinets, and they're like little girls. I wanted to show you some pictures of French dolls similar to the ones you'll see in my shop. These photographs were in the Best of the Doll Reader, Volume 3. And there's quite a few pages about French dolls, all sorts of them, including the marks on the backs of the heads, and some show the bodies where they're not dressed. They're all lovely, lovely dolls. I don't have this many in my shop, but I just thought I would show you the different types and their bodies. And look at this one with the molded shoes molded onto the legs. And their eyes, of course, are the most distinctive part of these dolls. And this is how the head is. But this is the Tete Jumeau. Lots of jumeaux made. And then here's one that was made during the time of the Society of Dolls, when French doll companies were waning. And so here's one, 1907. This actually was made in 1907, and that's one of the marks on her head. And here's a darling original dress, all pleated, just like a little girl would have worn in her day. And there's the marks on her head, and there's I won't read the whole thing to you, but it's all. Then here's a funny little all her features in the middle of her face, and it shows her interesting body, which is, I don't know, this might have a squeaker in it. I haven't read, but it has the kind of a body that you would have squeaked, like Mama or something. And here's more of these beautiful little dresses, just like a little girl would have worn. And here's another Francois Marc. Is that French? Or I might not be pronouncing the French names perfectly, but then something I should do is take French, I guess. And then here's a Eunice doll, and they weren't quite as well thought of as some of the others. And here's one looks cross-eyed at you, and here's one her little hat. And look at all just like the women wore these fancy dresses. And here's the perfect one right here. And she has the lace, and she has the kid body and the almond eyes, and she's she's a fashion doll. She's slightly smiling. Here's a cute little one here. And she's a fashion type, little girl doll. And here's a happy one. And their faces could be very lifelike. Here's a Limoges, and she's a Limoges. This one is dressed like an old little gal in Holland or something. And Holland was close to France. So, and this is another cutie, and there's her type of body. And here's another one, and here's Precious with the wig is original, that's why it's kind of raggedy, but it's better to have that than one of those stiff, funny modern wigs. So that's a little taste of French dolls that many of us have collected for many years. I don't have this many, but I belonged to doll clubs where all the women had them. But then I was young when I first belonged to the Federation of Doll Clubs of America. There were lots of older women married, and I was still in high school. But at any rate, I don't have to own all these dolls, but I sure do enjoy having to sell them. And you'll find quite a few in my shop at the moment from a very famous collection. So come and see us, because they may not last long. They're on the market now, not in an estate sale. And they were brought from this woman's house after the sale because we didn't have them on markdown. So in the top shelf on this doll cabinet, we have a crawling baby. I'll be glad to show her to you when you come. There's a googly-eyed darling, and there's nice babies. And then in the prize is the little darling black man that is dressed and everything. He's just out of this world. And then in the next shelf are all French dolls. And there's a Jumeau in a French fashion, about 1870. There's another Limoges. There's a Jumeau. and there's a French fashion. The next shelf we have is a flirty-eyed doll. She's very cute. Her eyes go back and forth. And then the others are nice, tall bisque dolls. And then in this cabinet, we have more babies. And we have a beautiful little Shirley Temple. And we have a gorgeous, gorgeous Lunchy. And in this next shelf, we have a little flapper bisque with bisque legs and a boy doll. In the bottom shelf, we have a Scotch little gal and some other more character bisques. Please like, comment, share, and follow us at our Facebook page by clicking the link in the description section below this video. Or you may click at the top right side of the home page at our website, www.etcantiques.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching Etc. Antiques and Art at YouTube, and be sure to download our new smartphone app, where you can also opt into our new Text Club platform, so you can be notified about all the latest news and events at Etc. Antiques by following the directions you see here or clicking the link below to go to the App Store. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.